Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to talk to you guys about my teaching philosophy. Now, I know I've made a video about this in the past, but a lot of things have changed since then, which is why I would like to give that video an update. I will be talking about my educational beliefs, my classroom management plan, differentiation, how I can build relationships with students and parents, and my goals for professionally learning. I really hope this video inspires you to create your own education philosophy. Before I get started, if you haven't already liked or subscribed, please do so. So I believe that all children are capable of learning. That is an absolute given. I believe that many students have their own ways to learn, so it's important to meet their abilities and needs. And it's important to work with students and their families as well to help them accomplish them. I believe that students are capable of taking ownership of their own learning. I think it really gets them excited to be a learner. I think as a teacher, it's really important to encourage them in that area. And I believe that despite whatever disabilities they may be facing, it should never prevent them from having a quality education. I really hope my classroom is warm and inviting. I really want to welcome students and their families for a positive learning experience. I hope that it's colorful, bright. There's lots of quotes on the walls. I hope that there will be a classroom library, a calm corner, places for centers, students grouped together by team colors, and a front space for like a meeting area for my students and myself. So I believe that a classroom management plan should bring out the best in a student, not the worst. I believe that it should fit a variety of needs. I'm not a huge fan of putting down a student for like green, yellow, or red, or even using dojo points. I really want to encourage students to make good choices, and the only way to do that is to build teamwork together, positively reinforce them, build classroom community, and student relationships. It's also a good idea to build relationships with their family as well, as I have mentioned. And I will be using a variety of different classroom management systems within my classroom. I do have a plan in place to teach procedures and classroom expectations. I really want to do this at the beginning of the year, practicing with students, answering any questions, kind of make it a game for them as well to really get them interested. So the classroom management systems that I'll be using bucket fillers, class goals crayons. I have some classroom coupons that feature a wide range of incentives. I actually made these myself, but I will link them below and the template where I got it from as well. I will be using another system called Secret Student, and I will link that below too. I will be using a system called Champs. This kind of plans expectations for them for a certain activity. I will also be using a warning system, class promises, student goals, a teacher mailbox where they can write to me certain things that they want me to know. I will also have classroom jobs, team jobs, providing them with lots of feedback, grow and glow kind of notes. I want to have a classroom corner where students can go if they feel like they're frustrated or they need to just kind of calm down a little bit. I will provide students with behavior and thinking sheets when they are dealing with conflict. And we'll also be practicing conflict resolution strategies in my classroom. I have a restorative practices card for my lanyard, which kind of reminds me questions to ask when I'm dealing with conflict with students and bringing the positive out in them. I will link these classroom management systems if you're interested as well down below for you. I really want to be an upbeat and exciting teacher to really keep my students engaged. I want to provide lots of hands-on learning experiences for them to keep them engaged. I know I'll have to meet their needs first, I might have to modify the lesson, and I might have to make sure that I'm being very interactive. I do know it's important for students to keep themselves focused by having a brain break, which is why I've created my own for students to use. I will link this down below again if you're interested and the template where I got it from. I plan to accommodate my students the best way I know how by using their IEP or 504 plans. I've already kind of gathered supplies for this using a variety of accommodations. As always, I will communicate with parents so they understand what is going on in our classroom. And I want to make sure that communication line is open so they can address any concerns or questions they may have with me. And I definitely want to refer to my state standards, any other accommodations that students need going forward. And again, I can always modify my lessons when needed. As a teacher, especially for like beginning of the year, I'm really looking forward to a lot of professional development, maybe webinars or in-person classes. I do follow a lot of people on social media when it comes to educators, so I feel like I've gotten a lot of great ideas coming from them. I've also kind of researched a lot of things myself, including my classroom management plan. I researched that all on my own with getting a master's degree in instruction and curriculum. I really believe that my master's degree will help further elementary education as a whole, mostly with the curriculum. If I'm able to become a teacher and a curriculum specialist in my school, I think that would be so cool. I really like to do research in general, so I think this is a great opportunity for me. And I think progressing on that, building on that, will really support elementary education as a whole. When it comes to being a better educator, I really want to listen to the support of my mentor teachers, any other support system that I have, maybe coworkers or my principal, assistant principal, whatever. And also WGU. I actually encourage constructive feedback when it comes to me because I feel like this really helps me grow and helps me to learn better. I really want to be the very best that I absolutely can be. And I think it really will depend on others' experiences to help me to become better. I really have a growth mindset. So when I have constructive feedback kind of coming towards me, I think I just set up a plan for myself and how to do better the next time I encounter a similar situation. Overall, it's just really how you look at things when it comes to becoming a better educator. Things are always changing in the education system, so it's important to keep up to date about the new and latest trends according to research findings. And this overall will help me to grow as a teacher. When it comes to working with parents, especially at the beginning of the year, I think it's important for them to know that they will matter in my classroom. It's important for us to work together because it's for the benefit of the child overall. I want to make sure that they understand that I'm doing everything I possibly can to work with the school and them to help their child succeed. At the beginning of the year, I want to ask parents what their goals will be for their child, if there's a wish I could grant them if I can, and how I can really support them throughout the year. Every week or every other week or so, I will send out a classroom newsletter to really get them informed on things. And when we're learning about something new, I think it's kind of cool to kind of give parents an information sheet about what we're learning in depth and how they can help their child at home when it comes to a particular skill, maybe in reading or with math. I want to, again, also make sure that the communication line stays open for them so they can contact me at any appropriate time. And whenever challenges arise, because I'm sure that they will, I will do my absolute best, again, to work with parents. The goal at the end of the day should be to help their child succeed, which is all that really matters. Now, when it comes to building relationships with students, I think it's very vital to have an open communication line with them as well. Kind of building on students taking ownership for their learning encourages them to be incredible learners as well. I want to be able to talk with them, their goals that they may have for their learning, strategies that I can help them with, and really helping them to trust me as an educator because I want to have their best at heart. I also want to lean on their interests to inspire hands-on learning activities and lesson plans. And when communicating with them about their progress, I think it's important to kind of speak to them maybe as a whole class or have a one-on-one kind of talk about their progress. I want to encourage them again to have a growth mindset. That again, mistakes are expected, but that they can be learned. And when it comes to parent teacher conferences, I'm really excited to try something new and have students to be a part of that. I think it'll be so cool to have students kind of complete a portfolio to kind of show their parents what they're working on and how their progress has been. So, my goals for when I officially start teaching, when I first begin, I really want to make the most of my time. I want to professionally grow. I want to be able to communicate with parents and help students learn. The second goal I think I will have is helping to make sure that the majority of students achieve and pass the grade. Another goal I think is to attend as many professional development workshops as I can and kind of learning from others. And I think the last goal that I will have is personally for me, having boundaries when it comes to my job, my time management, and my life at home. Because I do know burnout is real and that it's perfectly okay for teachers and educators to have a life outside of their job. So I think it's important for me to evaluate my mental and physical health when it comes to my job. So I think overall, those will be my goals for my first year. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this encourages and inspires you to make your own teaching philosophy. Again, anything that I've mentioned, I will link below for you guys. Stay tuned for more and have a great day. Bye, everyone.